Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Dinarba Mistress Nini Maruna SPD MPDS our Grammar Spoken Discourse lecturer. I'm Ulfah Awalunisa CK, the moderator of Group 8. And in this opportunity, we would like to present some material regarding English slangs and idioms. Before getting to the material, I would like to introduce our members first. There is Silva Pujiani, Ulfah Awalunisa CK, Siti Khoerunnisa, and then Lidya Nur Aisya. Without further ado, let's go straight into our first material that will be delivered by Siti Khoerunnisa. Time is yours, please.
Alright, thank you moderator for the time. Here I want to explain about definition of slang words. Okay, what is it? What is slang words? The first slang are informal words that are only spoken with friends. So, slang is an informal word that is often used in everyday conversation, such as having a conversation with friends, because slang is a non-standard word and tends to be an expression, even commonly found also in Indonesian language. Number 2, slang usually used in speaking rather than writing. Because slang is an expression that is usually easier to use when we use it in speaking rather than writing. And number 3, slang is not an official language that avoid in the dictionary. And number 4, slang is vocabulary that is used between people who belong to the same social group and who know each other well. Alright, this means that slang is usually just one word that a group of people use instead of the original word. These are words that will be understood in one city or one country but will not be understood or used in a different city or country. Therefore, the meanings of the words may not be apparent to all people, and usually only the user of that slang understand the meaning. Okay, and the next, according to experts, the first is language which is very familiar in style and is usually restricted to the members of particular social group, for example, teenage slang, army slang, theater slang. Slang is not usually understood by people outside a particular social group, and so has value in showing the intimacy of its members, according to Leach and Scientific 1981. And the second, slang is term that is used by people in social situation where they feel comfortable with their friends. Slang is usually used in non-formal situation, according to Claire, 1998. Okay, maybe that's enough from me. The next material will be delivered by Silva. Silva, time is yours.
Hello, I'm Silva Pujiani and my student's ID number is 212-122-001. In here, I will explain about examples of slang. As you can see on the screen, there are several examples of slang, such as chill, dude, cringe, dumb, ghost, and X. Chill means relax, dude means a guy, cringe means really embarrassing, dumb means end a relationship, ghost means suddenly start ignoring, and X means former girlfriend or boyfriend. Those are some examples of slang that I took. There are many other examples of slang, and you can access them on Google. Alright, now let's start practicing with me. Here, there are incomplete sentences that must be supplemented with examples of slang words that I mentioned earlier. Okay, let's start. The first sentence is, he came to see me just to blah blah blah. What is the answer? The answer is dumb. So, the first sentence is, he came to see me just to dump. The second sentence is, it makes me blah 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 when I think how stupid I was. What about the answer? The answer is cringe. So, the second sentence is it makes me cringe when I think how stupid I was. The third sentence is there is quite a blah 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 in the air this morning. What is the answer? The answer is chill. So, the third sentence is there is quite a chill in the air this morning. For the fourth to the sixth sentence is a simple sentence, so we can already guess the answer. For the fourth sentence, the answer is X. I hate my ex. For the fifth sentence, the answer is dude. Hey dude, what's up? And for the last sentence, the answer is ghost. I was ghosted by my crush. I think that's enough from me. The next material will be delivered by Lydia.
Thank you, Silva. Here I will explain about idioms. What is an idiom? The idiomatic meaning itself derives from the allusion to the glass house as a metaphor for vulnerability. An idiom is a word or a phrase with a meaning that does not match the literal meaning implied. Idioms can make writing more interesting, however, they should generally be avoided in academic writing. According to Halidayan 2007, 154 says an idiom and the language being described is anything for which no equivalent is found in the mother tongue. Many linguists define an idiom as an expression which is fixed and cannot be understood literally, and its meaning cannot be found in the common dictionary. According to Jackson and Umvela, 2001-65, idiom can be defined as a phrase, the meaning of which cannot be predicted from the individual meanings of the morphemes it comprises. Here are some types of idioms. The most common English idioms. These English idioms are extremely common in everyday conversation in the United States. You will hear them in movies and TV shows and can use them to make your English sound more like that of a native speaker. Example, break a leg. The meaning is good luck. Next, common English idioms and expressions. These English idioms are used quite regularly in the United States. You may not hear them every day, but they will be very familiar to any native English speaker. You can be confident using any of them when the context is appropriate. For example, break the ice. The meaning is make people feel more comfortable. And then familiar English idioms and proverbs. These English idioms and proverbs are familiar and easily understood by native English speakers, but they are not usually used in everyday conversation. If you haven't mastered the more frequent idioms yet, they are a better place to start. But if you are already familiar with those expressions, the idioms below will further spice up your English. For example, curiosity killed the cat. The meaning is stop asking questions. Okay, so what is the difference between idioms and slang? Well, idioms are a group of words or phrase with a meaning that's not easily determined from its literal meaning. On the other hand, slang is a word, phrase, or a term used by a specific group or certain people. Thank you. The next material will be delivered by Ulfah.
Every language has its own idioms and expressions, and the English language has plenty of phrases that is useful to learn. Idioms are words or phrases that aren't meant to be taken literally and usually have a cultural meaning behind them. Most of the English idioms you hear are offering advices, but also contain some underlying principle and values. You've probably heard some of them, especially in TV shows and movies, and wondered why you can't understand these idioms even though you fully understand the words. To learn English idioms and expression, it can take some time, but there are some of them that are more popular than others that will come handy if you know them. So here are some of the most common English idioms that you've probably heard before.
Okay, let's try practicing. You can pause it if it's too fast.
Well, after taking the test, let's discuss the meaning of those idioms. Okay, so the first idiom is seeing red. It means to be very angry. The second idiom is green thumbs. It means to be good at gardening and growing plants or flowers. The next idiom is stiff upper lip. It means not to show any emotions when you are sad or upset. The next idiom is the early bird catches the worm. If you want to be successful, you should do something immediately. And last but not least, it takes two to tango, which means that both parties involved in situation or arguments are responsible for it. We finally come to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.